Hi, how are you? Today I'm leaving to the country house. Mario and I will be staying there for the weekend. I'm going to make some bread as I like to bring one ready to eat. Of course I'm going to make more there. It's so good, we ran out so quickly. I know that some of you have been looking for a nice homemade bread recipe, but they were very complicated. Today I will teach you how to make your own bread very easily. Knead it with your hands, so you won't need a dough kneading machine. Regarding the ingredients, we need flour of course, but this must be bread flour. I will divide it in separate quantities and mention these in order of use. So we will need 2 cups of 470 grams, then 1/3 of a cup or 80 grams, and lastly half of a cup or 120 grams. We'll need extra flour to powder our hands, the baking tray and the final dough. We will also need a 1/4 ounce or 7 grams of active dry yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar. Lastly, 1 2/3 cups or 400 milliliters of lukewarm water and about a tablespoon of olive oil. This will give a Mediterranean flavor to our bread. Okay, let's start. Add the 2 cups of flour to the bowl. Then fill the half of a cup and keep it aside. Fill the 1/3 of a cup and keep it close to you, since this is the next quantity of flour to be used in the recipe. Now add the yeast, the salt and the sugar and mix with a spoon or fork. Let's place the half of a cup of flour on a plate, as it will be more comfortable for us. You will see soon why. The water is lukewarm already. It's not valid, hot or warm. Add the olive oil in the water. Now it's time to place the liquids in the bowl. Start mixing immediately the content with one hand. Use the other one to hold the bowl. Make sure that no flour will be stuck on the bottom. When everything is well mixed, add the 1/3 of a cup of flour. Mix again evenly. Try as much as you can to unstack the dough from the sides of the bowl. All the flour must be integrated in the mix. Now let's use the half of a cup of flour. Start powdering slightly on the dough, mix well and powder again. Soon you'll reach a moment where your hands when kneading move similar as a flamenco dance, but not like this. All your fingers together as a spatula, from down to up as turning a page and rotating the ball in the opposite way, then on the other direction and rotating the ball again in the opposite way. This looks like a lot of work, but it's so much fun. The kneading process will finish when you run out of flour on the plate. That will be no less than 10 minutes, no more than 12. Your bread is going to be buenísimo. You'll be so proud of yourself when seeing your bread rising in the oven. Now unstick the dough from the sides. Cover the bowl with a clean cloth and place it in a non-cold place for an hour. When uncover the bowl, then the dough will have risen at least the double. Deflate the dough with your hands. Cover the bowl again for 20 minutes. Preheat the oven at 440 degrees Fahrenheit, 230 degrees Celsius. Arrange a baking tray with parchment paper on top and sprinkle some flour. Keep on hand another tray, as this one will be placed with water underneath the rack of the bread in the oven. Uncover the bowl. Deflate the dough as much as you can and place it carefully in the center of the tray. Lastly, to give the bread a rustic look, you can dust with a bit of flour on top of the dough. Place the bread on the medium rack in the oven and the other tray on the rack underneath. This can be hollower. Place about a cup of water. Let the bread bake for 30-32 minutes. Your bread is done. Transfer it to a cooling rack. This bread is similar to the typical small-town rustic bread of Spain. Soft and spongy, the olive oil gives an amazing taste. Let's try it. I have the piece of bread and I have the olive oil. Buenísimo. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. And please try this bread recipe. You're going to love it. Have a nice day. Hasta pronto.